Welcome to Exam Sale. This audio guide walks you through the syllabus for the NetApp Certified Support Engineer exam and shows what to study in each domain. The exam covers 6 weighted domains: ONTAP Fundamentals 19%, Serviceability and Support Tools 19%, Hardware 16%, Storage Protocols 16%, Data Protection 16%, and Performance 14%. Expect a mix of conceptual questions, scenario-based troubleshooting, and hands-on understanding depending on the domain. Use these weights to focus your study time and practice on the harder scenario-based areas. ONTAP Fundamentals is weighted at 19% and focuses on core ONTAP architecture, cluster operations, and storage management concepts. With medium difficulty and about 25 hours of study expected, you will learn ONTAP cluster architecture and nodes, storage virtual machine components, and the roles of management and data lifts, and you will distinguish node management and cluster management interfaces. The domain also covers WAFL internals, NVRAM interaction with consistency points, aggregate creation and RAID group sizing, flex vol versus flex group behavior, fabric pool and storage tiers, volume efficiencies such as deduplication and compression, thin and thick provisioning, and methods for expanding capacity. Serviceability and Support Tools is also 19%, is marked hard, and recommends around 30 hours of learning with scenario-based assessment. This domain teaches the NetApp diagnostic toolset including ActiveIQ Digital Advisor, Auto Support Message Analysis, Config Advisor Output, On-Command Unified Manager Monitoring, and execution of diagnostic commands via the ONTAP CLI and IMT for compatibility checks. You will also learn log analysis and troubleshooting skills, parsing EMS logs, examining message logs for hardware errors, interpreting packet traces, identifying panics and core dump status, determining causes of node reboots or cluster disruptions, and analyzing audit logs for configuration changes. Hardware carries 16% weight, is medium difficulty, and suggests about 20 hours of hands-on and conceptual study. Candidates will identify FAS and AFF system components, controller chassis parts, NVRAM and NVDIMM roles, and field replaceable units across models, plus service processor and BMC functions and LED status indicators for failure diagnosis. The shelf and cabling section covers SAS and NVMe shelf types, verifying disk shelf cabling and IM or NSM configurations, shelf ID assignment and ACP status, troubleshooting SAS path failures and multi-path HA cabling, and requirements for safe disk drive replacement. Storage protocols are 16%, rated hard, and need roughly 28 hours with scenario-based questions focused on NAS and SAN configuration and troubleshooting. For NAS you will troubleshoot NFS mount and permission issues, SMB and CIFS share access and authentication, DNS and Active Directory integration, export policies and rule processing, and LDAP or name service switch configurations while analyzing protocol-specific latency. For SAN you will troubleshoot ISCSI connectivity and IQN setup, analyze FCP zoning and WWPN visibility, understand LUN mapping and IGRUP configurations, identify host multipathing problems, and review NVMe over Fabrics requirements and ALUA pathing optimization. Data protection is 16% with medium difficulty and about 22 recommended study hours. Combining hands-on and conceptual tasks, you will manage snapshot copies and schedules, monitor and analyze snap mirror relationships and lag, configure snap vault for retention, and troubleshoot mirror initialization, volume move, and synchronization processes while understanding snap mirror synchronous requirements. The domain also covers disaster recovery and high availability, including HA pair failover and giveback, metro cluster components and procedures, switchover and switchback steps, storage failover versus controller failover differences, quorum analysis in a cluster, and mailbox disk functions in HA. Performance is 14%, rated hard, and recommends about 20 hours of focused scenario practice on monitoring and resolving bottlenecks. You will use statistics and cost commands to monitor systems, analyze latency across ONTAP components, and identify CPU, disk, and network bottlenecks, including the performance impact of RAID scrub and reconstruction. The module also covers throughput and IOPS analysis, interpreting performance archive data, and quality of service management concepts such as cost policy groups. shared versus non-shared costs, adaptive costs, applying policies to SVM's volumes and LUNs, and troubleshooting noisy neighbor issues. Use the domain weights and estimated study hours to build a study plan that balances conceptual reading with hands-on practice and log analysis. Focus extra time on the hard, scenario-based domains like serviceability, storage protocols, and performance, and practice CLI commands, diagnostic tools, and real troubleshooting workflows. Good luck preparing for the NetApp Certified Support Engineer exam, and remember, consistent practice and targeted review are the fastest path to success.